Hello, hello, what is up? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for swinging by. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. We are jumping into John chapter 17, verses 13 to 26 today, finishing up the high priestly prayer. Well, does it go into 18? I think it might actually go into 18. No, it does finish it up. So I've obviously got a lot to treat here, verses 13 to 26. I'm generally taking larger pericopes, and so, yeah, that's just going to be the way it is. But I hope you're doing well. Thanks for swinging by. And I've got a deadline. When the kids get up from their naps, I have to go. So until then, we will be working together here on the sermon. But once that happens, then I have got to jet. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. I've been watching you for over 2 years. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for swinging by. So jumping into John 17, 13 to 26 here, and there's a lot of discussion about the in the world, not of the world. And I mentioned the world last sermon, but I didn't go in depth into it. And so here we're going to be treating this pretty in depth amongst other themes. Let's go ahead and read John 17, 13 to 26, and then we'll kind of get a sense of what we want to talk about. But now I'm coming to you, and these things I speak in the world, that they may have my joy fulfilled in themselves. This is Jesus talking to the Father. Hey, what's up, Deep Dive? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for swinging by. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday to you. Thank you for all the love and support. And appreciate, it shows that you are a top fan. So thank you so much for the 25 XP. So I have given them your word, and the world has hated them because they are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Sanctify them in the truth. Your word is truth. As you sent me into the world, so I have sent them into the world, and for their sake I consecrate myself, that they may be sanctified in truth. I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. That's got to be talking about us. That they may all be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they may also be in us, so that the world may believe that you sent me. The glory that you have given me, I have given to them, that they may be one, even as we are one. I and them, and you and me, and that they may become perfectly one, so that the world may know that you sent me and loved them, even as you loved me. Father, I desire that they also whom
Your
you have
life
given me.
is not
come on.
in
Yes.
your hands. Your life is in the hands of God.
Much love, Woody. Yes. Tier 1.
WD Woody just resubbed for
Come on.
6 months.
Look at that 6 months. 6-month streak. Thank you so much, Woody. Appreciate that. Much love to you. God bless you. Thank you for all your love and support. Father, I desire that they also whom you have given me may be with me where I am, to see my glory that you have given me because you loved me before the foundation of the world. O righteous Father, even though the world does not know you, I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I made known to them your name, and I will continue to make it known, that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I in them. All right, so several themes that I'm getting here. You're getting unity, right, between both God and us participating in God. You're also getting distinguishing from the world. That's a key component, right? He's basically saying like this is the way that is not true of them. And so there's this big distinguishing factor. Glory is still there. So we've probably got to mention visible glory and its relationship to us, right? These are all probably fairly key components. Woody says, good afternoon. It's been a while since I've been able to hop on live. I enjoyed your chat with Jason Stone. The mind mapping portion was awesome. Oh, well, thank you, Woody. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're able to catch that. And yeah, Jason has reached out to me. He might want to do some more stuff in the future. So he, kind of told me, hey, why don't you do an interview with me? And I was more than happy to do so. And I'm glad I did, right? So we're hoping to do some more stuff in the future. I'm also working with Logos on some stuff as well. So stay tuned. I can maybe give you guys some more information as we get closer on that. So I know I don't have as many going live, or not live, but active videos being uploaded here recently, Woody, but that's not going to be forever. I'm just in a season that's pretty dense. So my hope is to get back to it here when I can. But yeah, thanks for all the love and support. Awesome. Johnny, Get Cash. Pastor Tanner, did you write your own book? Not yet. I've been working on a book for some time. I took a pause while I'm trying to inquire about a PhD. And so I'm kind of on pause with that, but I'm planning on moving forward in the future. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So it's one of those not yet situations for me. I definitely want to go that direction when I can, though. So that's kind of the idea. Awesome. Well, one of the things I think I want to talk about is this glory aspect, glory and relate to last week. I can maybe grab some of the definitions that I gave. I put a couple definitions out there, and I can kind of grab those from my Proclaim, I think, and try to put them in place, right? So let me see here. I'm going to go to, let's go to the cam. And I'm just going to bring up Proclaim over here. I'm doing this so that I don't, I never know like what my programs will show in terms of, you know, my addresses or things like that. So I'm just going to pull this up real quick, and I want to pull up, yeah, this is the last sermon. And the reason I want to do this is I put some definitions out there in this sermon. So I'm just going to copy paste them over to my notes here so that I have them, right? So a lot of people said they liked my definitions that I came up with, even though they weren't very good. In my opinion, they weren't very good, right? So let's see. Here was my definition of glory. Boom. I'll read it to you guys here in a second. And then I also had a definition of how we can glorify God. And I also talked about work, how this relates to work. Okay, let me close this, and let's head back over here. So in the sermon yesterday, I talked about what is glory, and I said the weight of God's honor and reputation manifested by Jesus through his dual work of revealing God himself and his salvific work on the cross. So that's what I defined glory to be. And then how can we glorify God? God saves people out of the world so that they might glorify him by receiving eternal life, expanding his reputation, honor through missions and worship. And then also through the works that they accomplish in their relational spheres, right? And this was, I did family, I did church, and I did life mission. And the reason I want to bring this up is the glory themes is still at play in the passage. So I could probably use this to kind of lead into the glory theme, right? And I should probably also redefine what is the visible element or visible component. Somebody asked this after the sermon. It was very helpful. And I explicitly said the visible element or component of glory is not so much the physical body of Jesus, but rather the physical manifestation of God through Jesus in the works he does. And so the idea was that Jesus performs works, and there's this visible glory that's manifested from Jesus in the works that he's doing. So the works we do are physically manifested in the world, and they themselves glorify God. Something like that. So these were all kind of themes I talked about yesterday, and I want them to play in this upcoming Sunday as well, because we're going to be piggybacking on the same ideas. Giovanno Blitz, what is up? Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Okay, I think this is good preliminary stuff. Now, the question is, what's the order in which I want to treat the verses, right? I need to kind of get the broad themes. I saw unity in here, a lot focused on unity and us being distinguished from the world, and then visible glory in its relationship to us. So this is kind of my lead in, and then these are the two themes I really want to talk about, I think. Now I'm coming to you, and these things I speak in the world that they may have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I've given them your word, and the world hated them because they are not of the world. So this is the distinguishing factor. Just as I am not of the world, I do not ask you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Sanctify them in the truth. Your word is truth. As you sent me into the world, so I have sent them into the world. And for their sake, I consecrate myself, that they may also be sanctified in truth. This is an interesting verse. For their sake, I consecrate myself, that they may also be sanctified in truth. I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. That's going to be us. That they may all be one, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you. They may also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me, right? You almost want to call this evangelistic unity. Evangelistic unity, right? And specifically based upon verse 21, because he says, I want them to be in us, just like you're in me and I'm in you, etc. And then it's all evangelistic, right? Hello, Romans. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the recent follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for swinging by. The Lord's Prayer is so awesome. Yes, indeed. So I believe what Romans is referring to here is that John 17 is often, it's called the high priestly prayer by many, but many have said that this is the real Lord's Prayer because here Jesus is actually praying to the Father. Whereas if you look at the Lord's Prayer as recorded in Matthew, for example, it's Jesus teaching others how to pray. Pray like this. And so many call that one the disciples' prayer as opposed to the Lord's Prayer. So yeah, very great passage here in John 17. Love to see it. The glory that you have given me, I have given to them, that they may be one, even as we are one. So glory, the glory leads to evangelistic unity. Glory leading to evangelistic unity. That's the idea. Pastor Tanner, have you seen the new libraries on Logos? No, I got an email for it, and I saw that they went live today, but I haven't actually opened them. Now, you've got me really curious. I want to go look at them. Are they just off the main site? Is it show it somewhere? I didn't glance at these yet. Introducing the 2025 special edition libraries, 20% off until July 27th. I'm very curious. You guys know I love libraries. Okay, Preacher's Choice and Researcher's Choice. Oh, man. Are there more than just these two? Are these the only two, Giovanna? What's up, Cal Magic? Good to see you. Welcome. Glory manifested by works, living within the kingdom of God, acknowledging that you can't serve, give glory to two masters, so you give praise to your leaders despite their political allegiance. Very nice, Cal Magic. I'm going to grab that one. Very, very cool. Only these two. All right, guys. We are going to look at these. Let's see. 18 new books and 11 new books in each of them. Oh, you guys know I love it. Okay. We have in the Preacher's Choice library, we have a new exposition of Ecclesiastes. Fear God and keep his commandments, practical exposition of Ecclesiastes. And then in the Researcher's Choice, is the Preacher's Choice all captured with the Researcher's Choice? Is it like a one-up of it? Because it looks like it has many of the same works in them. Let me see. Okay. Analytical Greek New Testament, elements of New Testament Greek. So if I get the Researcher's Choice, I get all the Preacher's Choice in it. So the real question is these 4 commentaries. So a lot of these are Anchor Yale commentaries, recent Anchor Yale commentaries, Micah, Genesis, Ezra, and First Maccabees. Only those 2 yet. Master's Journal, Theological Book, Scholar's Book. I got an email with 6 offerings. Oh, wow. Cal Magic, is this above and beyond the Preacher's Choice and Researcher's Choice, or are you just sharing what's in each of these? Bible Guide. I don't know. This is pretty cool. Romans says, I love this passage. Also, when preaching about Jesus' command to live in relationship, made in his image, we yearn to be part of the body of Christ. Today, with so many folks saying, I don't need church, I got my Bible and Jesus. But that's not what Jesus prayed for or commands of us. That's really good, Romans. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm tempted to just buy this now, guys. So the real question on the dynamic price, do I think that these extra commentaries and a couple Greek lexicon stuff, they're updates to my library. I purchased them in the past. I got you, library updates. Let's just buy this now, y'all. Everyone has Giovanno to thank. We have Giovanno to thank here. Proceed to check out. Place order. Okay, we should get an update here, and then we can look at the Giovanno. All right, let's sync this and see if we can't get the download going, and then we'll look at some of the new resources together. Slight pause to your regularly scheduled programming here. Thanks for the heads up, Giovanno. So it looks like 4 new commentaries in Anchor Yale, and then also the Greek. Let's see, Greek New. Yeah, some Greek New Testament stuff. All right, we're downloading. Preparing library, updating. What do we got? Bring them downloads in. Come on. Cal Magic, Giovanno, you won't be getting a Christmas card from Jess for tempting PT. That's right. Roman says, is this your go-to sermon prep layout in Logos? Yeah, I typically do something like this. I often bring up Passage Guide here on this side, and we can bring it up now. Let's see, John 17, 13 to 26. And so we got that, and then oftentimes I just work off these 2 tables here. Oh, here we go. All right. So Bible Guide. Okay, so these are all new. So these are the new Anchor Yale stuff. We'll be interested in that. Bible Guide, I don't know what this is. Let's look at that. New Testament Guide.
Your life is not in your
Yeah, let's
hands.
go, Giovanna.
Your life is in the hands of God.
Yes. Much love. Much love. Thank you.
Jovanoblitz just resubbed for 3 months.
Love it. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you. Much love and support. Knock a couple bucks off my actual purchase price of the new libraries. So thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Elements, New Testament Greek. Oh, dear. I think this is worth the addition. My dynamic price was really good. And so we're getting a lot. Isaiah. Let's go. Tree of Life. Let's go. Contextualization. Ezra. Oh, there's that Ecclesiastes one I was looking at. What else do we have here? Oh, the Micah, the new Anchor Yale Micah. Yeah, my dynamic was definitely worth this. And it looks like I got more stuff than I thought I would. Sinai. I didn't see that one. Sinai and the Saints. Pronunciation of New Testament Greek. Let's see what we have here, guys. Analytical Greek New Testament. This one was intriguing. I want to take a look at this one. And then Maccabees, another Anchor Yale. This one looks new. Tale of Three Kings, Study in Brokenness. Isaiah, Israel's Wisdom Traditions, Unfolding Mystery. Guys, for those who don't know, part of the reason I like libraries so much is the dynamic pricing you get, right? You get great dynamic pricing, so the cost per book is really, really low. I want to say on the page it said like cost per book on average is $1 per book. And for these kinds of books, that's a little insane. All right, so Genesis 1 to 11. See, look at these. 2024, very recent books. These are good recent commentaries. Let's take a look. I'm curious about his treatment of, I want to see if he talks about, let's see, what's it called? The framework theory. I want to see if he talks about the framework theory. So, do they do their own fresh translations? I think so. The earth was desolate chaos. Tohu wabohu. Okay, interesting. Good textual notes. Talking about literary frame, inclusio around the whole creation account. Yeah. Excellent to get this. So this is all of Genesis 1 to 11. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's kind of like that ancient history portion. Now this one I think I have in print. Maybe not. Whitcomb and Morris. If I have this one in print, it is a different cover, right? But discussion of science and Genesis flood. Yeah, very interesting. I thought these people took a young earth approach. Yeah, frankly and unabashedly affirm their belief in the verbal inspiration, biblically based system of creationism and catastrophism. Creationism and catastrophism. All right, very interesting. There's lots of good resources on like Bible and science and all that type of stuff. Clowney, The Unfolding Mystery, Discovering Christ in the Old Testament. New edition. Interesting. I've read a book like this, but it wasn't called The Unfolding Mystery. Clowney's very interesting if you are trying to approach how Christ in the Old Testament from a Reformed and Presbyterian perspective. So very interesting. New Testament Guide. What is this? Andrew Knowles. Classic reference book by the Right Reverend James Jones. This is an older book? No, 2020. Let's see. Is this like a handbook, essentially? What's in here? Caesarea Philippi, dying. These look like commentary notes. Mark. Is it a commentary? Commentary on Mark? Phylacteries, Psalms. Let's go look at our table of contents here. What is the Bible? So it's a New Testament. Looks like a New Testament guide, it says. So it's almost like a New Testament handbook, right? So you've got outlines, you've got introductions, and then it looks like brief comments. Yeah, very, very brief. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of these days, but never hurts to have more. Israel's Wisdom Traditions by John McLaughlin. Wisdom and Cultural Background. 2018. Again, so good to get like recent stuff. International Context for Israel's Wisdom. Okay, so this is like a handbook for wisdom literature, right? Proverbs, Job, Kohelet, which is Ecclesiastes, Ben Sira, Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, very interesting here. This is how many pages is this? I bet it's like 300 plus. No, not quite. Looks like it's more about 200. Okay. A Tale of Three Kings. Tyndale. Best-selling selling tale is based on biblical figures of David, Saul, Absalom. Are these like historical fiction? Looks like it. It's told from like almost a third-person perspective. Yeah, these might be interesting to read. And they're quick chapters. So this is about David. Oh, it's relatively short. Okay, cool. Keep looking. Anchor Yale on First Maccabees. You don't get many commentaries, especially like, strong exegetical commentaries on the intertestamental books. So really pleased to have that. Get rid of the insights pane. Ezra, good to have that. What's this one? Is this Micah? Yeah, Micah, good to have that. Can't be mad about any of that. Here's the Ecclesiastes. It says a practical exposition. The field of positive psychology, despite its more humanistic roots, has begun to shed interesting scientific light on the pursuit of happiness. Okay, so these look more like almost like homiletical type sermons. The beginning of the chapter resembles the book of Proverbs. A good name is better, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Good. Old Testament guide. So this is similar to what I just looked at, but it's for the Old Testament. Yep, okay. Hello, Kivit. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Fantastic. Just exploring some new books we just picked up. I like the Langham series, guys. So these Langham books, what are they? It doesn't show it here, but these Langham books are really interesting. They really approach a lot of topics from different international angles, right? So contextualization in the Old Testament between Asian and Western perspectives. I like having these different perspectives, right? So it's kind of cool. Langham keeps putting out, Langham Global Library, they keep putting out these types of books, Asia Theological Association. Nice to get a little bit different perspective in some of our scholarship. Angie Jags, hello, good to see you, welcome. Look at that heart. I love that thing. It's a kitty cat heart. Yes. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And we've got the Reformed Wheaties as well. Kivit says, doing pretty well, trying to do some reading about the Greek influence on Christianity. Oh, man, there could be a lot of reading on that, Kivit. There's a lot of Greek influence on Christianity. So what is this? Analytical Greek New Testament. Beginning and advanced students with Greek will find this an invaluable tool. It enables one to read the text more quickly, seeing at a glance the grammatical relationships between words. Reference tool. Very interesting. Let's, I want view, maybe? Maybe formatting. I'm trying to see here. There is tools. I want to see if it looks like it's the biblical text. I want to see if you can break it down with different ways of marking out the text. It doesn't look like you can. Like if you go to a Bible one under, it's not formatting, under view, you have a interlinear option, and it might be under share. No, I was messing around with this last week, and I finally figured it out. It took me a while, though. Markers? No, it's not markers. One of these, it's them, though. Right here. So it's under reformat text. Right here. So let's see if they have the same. And the reason is because that's where you can often get right here. Bible text. Bible text formatting. Non-Bible text. So this is where you get the verse numbers. And then, boom, look at that. So discourse features. And then propositional outlines. So this is nice. Can I turn on sympathetic highlighting? Yeah, that should be good. Okay, cool. Well, this is interesting. What does it do different than just a standard Greek New Testament, though? That's what I don't understand. All right, Giovanno says, Pastor Tanner, have you heard that John MacArthur's in the hospital again? He could go to the Lord very soon. I did not hear that, Giovanno. I did not. Thanks for sharing that with me. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing ministry for a really long time, right? So we all only have so many years. Angie Jags, yep. Good, good. Cal Magic says, hey, PT, with so many of the Reformed pillars going to be with the Lord, you have any insights on the people in the wings that may step up? Yeah, I think it's kind of a quiet thing. Like Gavin Ortland, I think, is going to be a big deal. People are interested. I'm thinking of YouTube people, right? So you have Wes Huff, Gavin Ortland. Those are two like recent names that grab my attention. I think they're going to be big. You have like a lot of people are interested in metaphysics right now. So people like Craig Carter. I think you're going to have more people interested in metaphysics and how these things relate. Can I think of any prominent preachers that are a little bit younger that have a lot of attention? Those are the ones that pop off the top of my head. Yeah, I'd have to think more about that, but that's the start of my list, Cal Magic. I really like Gavin Ortland's stuff. He's got the right spirit. Good. So this, what makes it analytical? The analysis is, write the editors in a lengthy explanatory appendix that should be of interest to all scholars and serious students of Greek, both traditional and innovative, both transparent and opaque. Takes into account more than morphological considerations, considering sentence level and discourse level information as well. This volume reflects discourse principles. Very interesting, especially for being a 2001 publication. Felt like discourse analysis wasn't as popular back then. But this is interesting. Part of me wants to read like, so you have these charts here. I'm trying to figure out what is the big deal, right? John 17:20. Let's link set this. Link set A. Link set A. Okay. So what's the deal? Right? Henopontos, hen osine, kathos su. Henopontes, hen osine, kathos su. Pater en emoi, kago en soy. Pater en emoi, kago en soy. Hena kai autoi en humin osine. Hena kai autoi en humin osine. Hena ha kosmos pistue. Hena ha kosmos pistue. Hatisu me apostoles. How is this different than just a Greek New Testament? Like what's special about it? Hena hosine and kathos e mes hen. Yeah, I'm not seeing the specialty. Like what does it bring to the table? Is it a difference in material at the beginning of the book? I mean, there's not much going on here before it jumps into the text. It said appendices. I wonder if these charts are like the big deal. I mean, they gotta be. There's a lot of stuff here in the appendix. I wonder if open a floating window. I wonder if we make it. There's a lot not revealed here. You know what? The problem might be the dark mode, right? Sometimes I find that with the dark mode, a lot of stuff doesn't display. Anyway, this might be worth digging into a little bit more, but for now, I'm going to move on from it. Giovanno, Pastor Tanner, you're such a lucky guy for having all these books in your library. No doubt about that, Giovanno. I praise God for that ability every day, right? I'm really blessed, just like you said, to have so many resources, and my goal is to just make good use of them for the kingdom, try to make an impact on my congregation and my people with it, right? So, yeah, you're 100% right, though, Giovanno. Cal Magic, my skeptic self thinks that the analytical book might border on being too synthetic, much like the extreme allegories of days past. Yeah, you might be right on that one, Cal Magic. I'm going to move on from it for now. I'm going to get some water real quick, guys. And like I told you, I have to go the moment the kids get up from naps. So it's a hard stop. That could be anywhere from 20 minutes to now to 45 minutes from now. But it is what it is. Let me grab some ice water. Alrighty, back. Okay, there's just a few more of these to go through. I'm already very happy with my purchase. Again, the price per book is so low with the dynamic pricing. So when kings come marching in, Isaiah in the New Jerusalem. What is this? Oftentimes there's these monographs that explore like a larger theological theme or something like that in a book. That's what this looks like to me. A little bit shorter, 130 pages. So this would be like a quick read if you wanted to go through that concept. What is this one? The Tree of Life, Exploration of Biblical Wisdom Literature. That's another wisdom literature book. Yeah, Kohelet, Ben Sira, Wisdom of Solomon, etc. This has almost exactly the same table of contents as that other one we were looking at. And there's so many good books to read in so little time. This one's heftier, almost 300. We have here Pronunciation of New Testament Greek. Oh, this is pretty cool. I kind of just default to my Erasmian pronunciation, but this is kind of like a treatment of how it's actually pronounced and trying to get the different ideas. That's really cool. This would be fun to dig into, I think. Oh man, what a work. Look at this thing. Nearly 800 pages. If you include the bibliography, it's 800 pages. Pronunciation of New Testament Greek. Wow, what a beast. 2023 publication. That is cool. Judeo-Palestinian Greek phonology and orthography from Alexander to Islam. Wow, what a work. What a work. All right, let's go this one. Sinai and the Saints, Reading Old Covenant Laws for the New Covenant Community. This looks intriguing. 2017, so fairly recent. Which laws are we discussing? What are my options, approaches to Old Covenant laws? This is pretty nice. There are a lot of people out there who really struggle with New Testament use of the Old Testament and what laws still apply to us. This looks like the kind of work that would help you think through at least a little bit of that. 200 pages on this. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm sure this is a stimulating work. All right, and the last one here, Elements of New Testament Greek. Is this like a grammar? 2005. Alphabet, basic sentences. This looks like a grammar. Maybe it's like an accessible Greek grammar. Help you learn enough Greek to read the New Testament. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's just exposes you to it. This is a textbook written to help you in the process of learning, right here. In the same way, it is not a Greek grammar as if my work was merely to set out Greek grammar, and it is then up to you to understand it and learn it. In this textbook, written to help you in the process of learning. So it's probably even less than a Greek grammar in terms of like how comprehensive it is. He's probably just tries to get you quick, up and running. 300 pages or so. This might be one of those things where if like you don't know any Greek at all, give somebody this book and they work through it. That's pretty cool. All right, cool. Well, some great additions. Great additions. Very happy with that, especially for the dynamic pricing we had. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Giovanno. Much appreciated. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Okay, let's go ahead and continue here. I like this idea here, glory leading to evangelistic unity. That's what it feels like in the text here. Because the glory that you have given me, I have given to them, right? So it's almost like God's glory is given to Jesus. Jesus' glory. And then it's given to us, our glory, right? That's what he says. The glory that you have given me, I've given to them, that they may be one even as we are one. In a sense, you have God's invisible glory manifested in physical Jesus, and then he becomes invisible. Jesus' invisible glory. And then this is manifested in the physical church, because we are the body of Christ. So that's kind of how the glory works. It's almost like what Jesus was to the Father, we are to Jesus. You see what I mean? Like there's this this stepwise process, right? Hello, Q. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for swinging by the channel. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. I and them and you and me, that they may become perfectly one. That's this unity. What does perfectly one mean? And now I'm thinking. Steps towards unity. And number one, I'm thinking drop the ego. It might be good to preach on unity here. I think that'd be very helpful. Comments regarding you and your positions on things or beliefs you have are not necessarily attacks on you. Anyway, I could develop this a lot more, but that they may become perfectly one, so that the world may know that you sent me and loved them even as you loved me. Father, I desire that they also, whom you have given me, may be with me where I am, to see my glory that you have given me because you loved me before the foundations of the world. O righteous Father, even though the world does not know you, I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I made known to them your name, and I will continue to make it known, that the love with which you have loved me may be in them and I in them. There's the unity again. Yeah, very cool. That they may become perfectly one, even as we are one. That's such a challenge. All right, guys, let's go ahead and I'm torn on whether to go to study Bibles or single volume commentaries. Let's start with study Bibles, I guess. I want something high level. There is no better study Bible for the high level. I have been finding, guys. I keep coming back to this one. It did not get the greatest review for me when it first came out, but it's been growing on me more and more, and that's the NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible with Al Mohler as the editor. When I first picked this up, I was so excited to get it. And I think I was expecting something similar to like the ESV Study Bible in its depth, and it's not that. And so I was disappointed at first, right? Because look at these, you get these large pericopes and then just paragraphs on these large pericopes. And so I didn't appreciate what I had at first in it. But now that I've used it more and more, I find that it's one of the best first contact point study Bibles because it gives you like the right high-ish level overview that still pays attention to the major themes of the text. So I'm really enjoying the Grace and Truth Study Bible recently, especially relative to my initial review of it. You can look at my study Bible tier list, and I placed it fairly mid, but I think it's much better for what it does. It's one of the few study Bibles that I go to that consistently gives me a good high-level overview. Things like the ESV aren't good high-level overviews. They're in-depth exegetical comments almost on each individual verse, right? Even though they skip some verses. But look at this. There's a synthesis in the NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible that isn't present in many study Bibles. So let's see what it says. It says, Jesus prayed that his disciples would have a full measure of joy despite conflict. Even though this world is a spiritual battleground, Jesus' followers can know joy. Jesus gave the disciples the Father's word, yet the world would give them conflict and persecution. So here I'm already thinking an idea. Conflict and persecution come from the world, should come from the world, not from within. The disciples were not under the dominion of the world any more than Jesus was under the dominion of the world. Jesus' followers are not of this world. That is, they are not characterized by it or under its control. I like this note. So this is NIV, Grace and Truth. Oh, I still have copy citations on. Let's turn that off. I was using it when I was looking for authors to my quotes. last week. I've got to recopy it. One more time here. Boom. Looking good. Woody, okay, Tanner, full transparency. I've been listening, but also perusing the new library offerings that you mentioned in Logos. I grabbed the Preacher's Choice library. It looks amazing. Good job, Woody. Maybe we're not supposed to encourage this in one another, but you saw. Giovanno influenced me. I influenced you. Look, that's how it works, man. That's how it works. I hope you enjoy it. Again, I love getting new libraries in Logos because you get such a good price per book, right? So, and I love the fact that I will often find books that I didn't know I owned. I know a lot of people don't like that, right? They'll tell you, well, I'm never going to read that book. So I don't, the price per book doesn't matter to me. But for me, it's about getting the value of a robust library and being able to search. So if I type something like, well, I mean, what are we studying right now, right? We're studying unity, right? What are some ways we can achieve unity in the church? Obviously very relevant. If I were to try and find in my books, all of my books in my library, like unity in the church themes, it'd be really hard without the Smart Search. But with the Smart Search, right? Look at this. Journal of Adventist Theological Society, Volume 13. I didn't know I owned that, and it might have really good information in it regarding this idea, right? So this one's talking about worship, right? Didn't know I owned this. Or here's this one. Sojourners and Strangers, The Doctrine of the Church by Greg Allison. And this one is in Systematic Theology, and it says Foundations of Church Unity, right? So furthermore, the fellowship and connectedness that are sensed by believers crossing into different cultures and meeting Christians from different nationalities, ethnicities, linguistic groups, and socioeconomic status. Boom, 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 right? Like I'm already reminded of something, truth, Like truth is a really important step towards unity. Truth above loyalty. Drop the ego, truth above loyalty, right? So Giovanno says, I can't afford the new libraries at the moment, sadly. I understand, Giovanno. Put them on your wish list, right? And then you can kind of save up for them. That's what I did for many years. Woody, I think it became a lot more valuable when Logos introduced the new search function. There you go, right? Because now you can really leverage having a large library, right? So Foundations of Church Unity, didn't see that one. Or this one right here. Commentary on Galatians. I never would have thought to go to a commentary on Galatians on church unity, but it says right here, there is an essential unity in the church, independent of purpose, will, schemes, and devices of man. Sincere and intelligent faith brings souls without the medium of an ecclesiastical organization into union with Christ, and therefore all the members of his body, which is the church. So like, that's great. And this is Joseph Excel in his commentary on Galatians. Never, ever would have went to this one, but now I'm like, oh, that might be worth. That might be worth quoting, right? So anyway, I like having libraries where, the Book of Acts for Today by Michael Green. And here's a section on the priority of unity. How can a church achieve a true biblical unity, right? From Got Questions. The only foundation, the church, contemporary significance, looking inward. The unity of the church right here in Introducing Christian Doctrine by Millard Erickson. Unity of the church. Holy Spirit by Greg Allison. United to Christ, Walking in the Spirit. Theology of Ephesians. Just so much good stuff. Perk, what is up? Good to see you. Pastor Tanner, good afternoon. Hope your Monday is going great. It is, Perk. It absolutely is. So good to see you. Got our number 2 there, 25 XP. Thanks for dropping in and responding in the chat. Much appreciated. All right. So anyway, I was digressing here. Let's go ahead and finish reading this one. Jesus prayed again for their protection from the evil one, the devil. The devil hates the church because he hates God. He will attack the church because it's the only way he can attack God. Yet the devil has always been under God's sovereign control. Believers do not need to fear the devil because they are in Christ, and Christ defeated the devil. Finally, Jesus prayed for the disciples to be set apart for a worldwide mission. As the Father sent the Son to a hostile world, so Jesus sends his followers into it. Christ's mission is to be embraced by his followers. The church is to be committed to a worldwide mission extolling the name of Christ among the nations. Jesus had made this point earlier to his followers, and he would do so again after the resurrection. Just as Jesus consecrated himself to be used by the Father for the Father's glory, so he prayed the Father would sanctify his disciples in the truth. He desired that they be set apart for God and his purposes. All right, let's read verses 20 to 26 here in the NIV Grace and Truth, and then we'll have a decent high-level overview. Jesus' final words of prayer focus on future believers. He prayed for their unity and future destiny. He wanted them to experience the depth of unity that exists between him and the Father. See, that's exactly what we're trying to get. Jesus desires that his people be committed to his mission and that they love one another as he has loved them. He does not want believers fighting with one another or competing with one another. One reason Jesus wants a unified people of God is so that the world may be convinced by the church's witness that the Father sent Jesus. The church's unity is a divine mandate. This unity is to imitate, to a lesser degree, the unity of the Godhead. Jesus was looking ahead to eternity when his followers will be with him forever. While the world does not know God, Jesus knows God and has made him known to his followers. Jesus concluded the prayer by requesting the future believers know the indwelling love of the Father and the manifest presence of the Son. The Father's love is the same love he has for the Son. This thought is incomprehensible to the human mind, which may be why the Apostle Paul prayed that believers would be able to comprehend that which is truly incomprehensible, God's love for them. Yeah, this is really good. And so I want to grab all the way up to here. Yeah, this is a good one on unity. Very cool. Okay. That's looking good. Really good. NIV Grace and Truth. Excellent. I'm at a good stopping point. I'm not quite at an hour. You know what? I think I will stop here, guys. I'm at a good stopping point. The kids are going to get up soon, and I've committed to being with them this afternoon after they get up. So I know we're kind of on a roll, but this is a good time to stop. We're definitely moving in the right direction. And I've got a vlog to record, and then I've got some other stuff I need to accomplish this afternoon as well. So I think it's a really good stopping point just to prepare and be ready for when the kids get up. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to stop here. I appreciate everyone. What a great stream. Everyone for your participation. Deep Dive, Perk, Giovanno, Woody, Angie, Jags, Q, Cal Magic, Giovanno. I think I already said that. Kivit. So good to see everyone here. Johnny. Yeah, you're awesome. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Oh, Romans. Thanks for swinging by, Romans, and the new follow. Appreciate that. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think we made some great progress. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Woody. Bye for now. Yes, Giovanna, we'll see you. Perk, thanks for the stream, Pastor. Have a good evening. You as well. Thank you so much for everyone's love and support here on the channel. Thanks for dropping by and participating. And yeah, I know I do short streams these days, and I only do once a week. We're just in a season. Like I said, we've got long-term plans here, and I think the internet is really where we can reach out and continue to build community, but also, reach out to others as well. So thank you so much for all your guys' love and support. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you all again real soon. Take care. God bless. Bye.